So you're looking for a great gift for the coffee dad who has everything. What are the things that you should look at, and what are the things that you should actually not look at? In this video, we're going to look at great gifts for espresso dads, for filter coffee dads, and I'm going to give you an off-limits list to make your gift buying easier. All right, gift number 1, the La Marzocco Linea Mini. I'm just kidding. I can't even do that one with a straight face. Not a real gift idea. Now, for all the actual gift ideas, I'm going to leave links down there in the description. As always, check your shipping time. And if you're actually the coffee dad watching, make sure you leave your suggestions down there in the comments too, and upvote and downvote the good and bad ones. All right, starting with filter coffee dads. Number 1, the Subminimal Subscale. If you get him this little dosing cup, you basically weigh out your beans into this thing. It's got this really cool display on the back. He's going to have a great time. Technically, the Subscale also works for espresso, so no matter what kind of coffee dad you got, this will be a good fit. And number 2 is actually going to be the industry standard non-electronic version of this, the Lovaramics dosing cup. They come in at around $40 US, and recently I also covered a 3D printed ceramic version of a thing like this. I'll leave it down there in the description too, even though they're often sold out. You can find all that below. Number 3, Melodrip at $30. You don't have to understand what this thing does. I know it looks kind of weird. If the coffee dad in your life is into pour over, he's gonna love playing with this thing if he doesn't already have one. Number 4, the Avensi Wave Cyclone Carafe. You make your pour over into this thing, and then it's got this design inside that'll allow you to like swirl it around, release all those aromatics. Again, great for pour over people. Number 5, batch brew machines. So if you're looking for like a traditional coffee maker, I would highly recommend you take a look at the Fellow Products Aiden. It's got a lot of tech inside, but it's also can do like a 1 press, or you schedule it first thing in the morning. The Aiden comes in at about $370. If you want something a little simpler, the Mocha Master at $330 is a great option. Or if you want to go full on luxury coffee maker mode, check out the Ratio 8. Super cool, no automation, just very high end build quality. That comes in at about $900 though. Number 6 is for all the coffee dads out there who love French press. And if his French press is looking just a little bit tired, the Espro French presses have very nice filters and are a cut above a lot of the other ones out there. Now, price on those varies depending on which one you look at, but if you want to go full hog on this and get the nicest thing he's ever seen in his life, the Weber Workshop's Bird is not technically a French press, but it is super cool. It costs $360, and it is very much a you buy this thing, you buy it for life type purchase. Number 7, the AeroPress, and this comes in at $40. Very often you can find it on sale. AeroPress is really great if you're looking to kind of move beyond your basic coffee maker for the first time, or even if he just is a coffee lover already and he doesn't have one of these things. They're super handy. Plastic, bulletproof, easy to brew with, nearly indestructible, portable, and cheap. Highly recommend the AeroPress. Number 8 is for all the pour over dads out there, and this is a new pour over dripper. And good news, if you're shopping, it almost doesn't even matter which one you look at. Pour over dads love, you probably already know this, pour over drippers, and in many cases it is a more the merrier type situation. Price varies on these depending on which one you look at, but I'll leave a couple of my faves down there in the description. You pick from one of those and it's very likely he's going to have a fun time. Number 9 for filter coffee dads. This is a luxury kettle option, and if you want to go over the top on a kettle, I'm going to recommend the Fellow Stag Pro Studio Edition. The Fellow kettles just look so nice, and this is kind of the top trim level for these kettles. It offers scheduling, very nice finishes, a couple other things. They cost $200, so can you get cheaper kettles that still heat water to a boil? Absolutely, but these kettles are really nice. And number 10, if you want to do the same thing on the scale front for filter coffee, the Fellow Tally Pro scale. Very nice scale, very nice finishes. Again, there are cheaper scales that'll get the job done. It's very likely he would like having this thing around. $180. All right, so that's 10 great ideas for filter coffee dads. The off limits list is still coming, but let's talk about espresso dads next. Number 1, the Crew Propel espresso glasses. These come in at about 40 bucks, and if he has been on social media looking up anything to do with espresso, it's likely he's seen these glasses. They look super cool. They mix up the espresso inside with these little fins. Really aesthetic, awesome pick. Number 2, the Espresso designed steam wand cleaner. This thing comes in at 30 bucks. Check your shipping time though, depending on when you're buying. This is really slick. It slips right over your steam wand. You don't got to worry about keeping this rag around your espresso machine. You can tuck this thing away if you do milk drinks at all. Super handy gift. Number 3, the Subminimal Flick. This is what's called a WDT tool. You use it to mix up your espresso grinds, and this one is really unique. It kind of flicks the needles out and then flicks them back, so it's really easy to kind of just chuck in a drawer, unlike a lot of the other ones. 40 bucks. Number 4, a bottomless portafilter. Now these range from like 30 to 100 bucks, and if he only has portafilters, this part that goes in your espresso machine with these little spouts on the bottom like this, chances are he would very much enjoy using a bottomless. Now, very important, if you're going to buy one of these, you have to buy the right size. A lot of Brevils come in a 54 millimeter size and they have 3 wings in them. A lot of prosumer and pro espresso machines come in 58 millimeter and have 2 wings on the side here. If you want to buy one of these, I suggest looking up the name of your espresso machine and adding portafilter size and putting it into Google. Then you can hop on Amazon and get your bottomless portafilter. Number 5, similar category, an oversized tamper. If he's still using the tamper that came with his espresso machine, this is going to be a nicer upgrade than you might think. Again, it needs to be sized to his espresso machine. So if it's a 58 millimeter, you want to look for a 58.3 or a 58.5. If it's for a Breville machine, you actually want to look for a 53.3. Just, it's kind of technical with the way the baskets are sized. If you're not sure, again, put in your espresso machine and then put in oversized tamper. I'll leave some down there in the description too. Number 6, espresso scales. I really like these little Buku scales. They come in at 130 bucks, and values and features wise, they are at one of the best compromise points when it comes to price. Now, if you want to go less, you can go on Amazon and you can find a scale, I think they're called Waitman scales, for like 15 to 30 bucks. If you want to go all the way and get them the nicest espresso scale that is out there, I would suggest looking at an Akaya Lunar. It's an industry standard, 250 bucks. For the super geeky Espresso Dad, we're going to do number 7, and that is an espresso pressure monitor. Again, the Buku version comes in at about 130 bucks, and just a disclaimer with this, he needs to install it. So he's going to either need to be pretty handy, so if he's into, modding his espresso machine, you can mod these inside with some adapters. If he uses a lever espresso machine, there's a lot of adapters that you can get that will allow it to integrate, but he needs to be geeky and handy. Not for everyone, but if he's into it, he'll be really into it. Number 8, a shot mirror. And this is something that will go under his espresso machine. You usually pair it with a bottomless portafilter, will allow him to see his espresso shot taking place. They're pretty cheap, 15 to 30 bucks. Number 9 is a knock box. And this is something that you knock out your portafilter in when you're all done. So if he's knocking his portafilter into the trash can, this can be a nice little pretty thing that goes on the counter. You can get them for 15 bucks. The version I use is from Crema Coffee Products. It's got this nice little wooden cover. That's a little bit more expensive, coming in at about 50 bucks. And number 10 are 2 more cleaning products from Espresso Design, a group head cleaner to clean up under there in your espresso machine, and a drip tray cleaner to clean your drip tray surface. Those come in at 25 and 20 bucks respectively. And honorable mention here, the Basics Machine Shop tamp stand. It's made of walnut. I get asked about it all the time. It's right back there on my bar. Very often can be sold out, but if you can get it, they're really nice. Now, before we get to the off limits list, a handful of gifts that'll be great for any coffee lover. Number 1 is water products for your coffee, either third wave water or perfect coffee water. You open these packets up, dump it into a thing of distilled water, and it perfectly formulates your water for coffee drinking. So if you don't like your tap water, this will be a huge upgrade. Number 2, the World Atlas of Coffee by James Hoffman. This is a book that is just a pleasure to pick up and leaf through if if you want to learn a couple things about coffee. And number 3, if you want to get him a travel mug, I love the mugs from Created Co. Check those things out. All right, the off-limits list. I'm going to suggest that you don't buy the coffee dad in your life a coffee grinder. That is, unless you know the exact grinder that he wants for himself. Grinders are personal. He probably would like to research and choose one of these things himself. An espresso machine could be a great gift, again, unless it's something that he has mentioned very specifically by name and you know exactly what to go out and get. I would suggest including him in that conversation. The next thing on the off-limits list might actually surprise you. And I'm going to say coffee. Now, it does depend, but especially if he buys his coffee online from somewhere specific, unless you know where that is and you know what he likes to order from that place, I'm going to suggest leaving it. He's likely got his system worked out, he knows what he likes, and it might be pretty specific. Now, if he just goes and buys coffee from the grocery store and he's not too picky, a subscription from Trade Coffee or the Roasters Pack in Canada can be a fantastic option. Both of those will rotate very high quality coffee roasters and deliver them to you by mail. Also, never buy him pre-ground coffee. If he's fired up about coffee, he wants whole bean. Next on the off-limits list, funny mugs. We don't need another funny mug. We are simple creatures. We probably already have our favorite mug, and we probably have a cupboard full of mugs that we don't use very much, and maybe we don't even like very much. We don't need another funny mug to fill up that cupboard. Also on my do not buy list, coffee scented candles or soaps. Now, if I'm being really honest, I like smelling coffee in one place, and that is in my coffee mug. Sarah did buy me coffee soap once, and I appreciated that gift, but we didn't rebuy it. And last thing on the off-limits list is anything Keurig. Especially if a coffee dad sent you this video, Keurig is no, don't do it. Don't buy a Keurig. All right, so that's my top buying suggestions for gifts for coffee dads. Now, if you're a coffee dad and you're watching, number 1, subscribe to my channel because I think you would love it here. But number 2, leave your suggestions of anything that I missed down there in the comments, and the people who are shopping for you can look through that list and get even more suggestions. And as you look through that, make sure you upvote and downvote the good and the bad suggestions that are already there. Thanks for all of those of you who are out there shopping for gifts for us. I know it can be a little tricky. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. I hope your next cup of coffee is fantastic, whether you're a coffee dad or someone who enjoys the fruits of our labor, and we'll see you next time.